Well, good morning, everybody. It's 5:48 in the morning. I was going to go hunting this morning, but knowing that bacon was sitting in the refrigerator and needed slicing, it would have just been too much on my mind. So I sliced some up this morning and cooked it up right there for our oatmeal and stuff this morning. This is the moment of truth to see if it was worth it all. You know what? It's worth it. It is. Gosh, that is so good. It's like the bacon without the fat taste. You know, I mean, it's like the meaty part of it. And I had to slice it a little thick because I was using a knife, but
I thought it was fantastic.
It's really good.
I'm like, okay, new project for the winter.
Mm-hmm. This is it.
Another deer.
Another deer, more bacon. That's for sure.
It tastes fantastic.
That is good.
And it did taste like the meaty part of bacon.
It did. Really did. Let me try the outside, I got the outside edge. That's like ham.
Without all the nitrates that you can't have, huh?
Right. Man.
You're like, okay, new
It's
project.
like Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's like finger licking good. New project for us. Good morning, everybody. Danny Wanda back from Pecan Grove. We are back in the prepper shack again this morning. Good old 30-something degrees outside. Just perfect for doing what we're going to do. I was going to go hunting this morning, but the thought of this bacon sitting in my refrigerator last night, I just couldn't do it. I wanted breakfast this morning, so I got up and I took this one here, took me a knife, and I began to slice some little pieces off as thin as I could get them. And we cooked that stuff up, and I'm going to tell you what. That's where it's at right there. And the way you know you got this right, when you pick it up, it's stiff, it's firm. It don't, it's not floppy or anything like that. That's when you know you got it right. So we're fixing to take this over here to the meat slicer. And we're fixing to slice it up and see how it works with the meat slicer. Now with the knife, it did pretty good with the knife. But we're going to check it with the meat slicer and cut it a little bit thinner. All right, we're going to have to... The first time might not be... well, it's fitting pretty square, ain't it? I cut it pretty square. Let's just kind of get an eye here and let's see how thin we want it. Because I got it set at about 1/16 of an inch.
See if that's too thin or if that's... Now that's thin. That's... Oh, wow.
Oh, look at... Well, you know you got your protein extraction right. Look at it.
It don't break apart.
It don't break. You know, that's pretty good right there.
Okay, you turned it. Okay, just keep going. That is amazing.
We ain't never cut pork bacon. That's good.
No, it slices amazing. And what kind of slicer is this?
This is a
brand name?
Oh, at Vego, I think.
Vego.
Yeah.
Let me get caught up here. Alright, so we're going to do about a dozen slices, wouldn't you think?
Probably a dozen to a pack. Yeah, that makes a week for me and Wanda because we only eat 2 pieces of each in the morning.
Yeah, we'll do in about 3 mornings. So, yeah.
I don't want it staying in the refrigerator an awful long time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a lot thicker. I mean, you can see from the end down here. It's way thicker. This one's almost like 2.5 inches thick. The other one's about 1.5 inches. It's gonna take a little bit of doing to get the first pieces or two out of here.
The end was not as...
The more we cut, the wider they're gonna get.
Alright, you see how fat it's getting? But still, you know, bacon.
We're almost there to the widest pieces. But I like wide bacon.
If it tastes like bacon, why? Won't worry.
Okay, we're getting into this. We're getting to the widest ones now.
Alright, now look at that. You could do this and put it on a sandwich. Oh man, bacon lettuce tomato sandwich. BLTs, here we come. I got lettuce.
What I'm looking at is the wideness. It's wide.
And it's still not coming apart.
And it ain't tearing apart. You know, it's not breaking.
I've got the bacon, I got the lettuce, I need a tomato, and I need some bread. I don't have no bread and I don't have no tomatoes. I got tomatoes that are green.
You got green ones, but...
Green don't make a good sandwich.
No. Well, we have completed our task of cutting this up and breaking it up into 12 slices of bacon per pack. Miss Wanda said we ended up with, what was it, 27?
Yes,
packs
27 packs.
Of bacon that we will have here, of the venison bacon. And then we'll have these here, which these are just the ends that we cut off. These will be cut up into pieces to be used for, you know, like we said, beans.
Seasoning meat.
Seasoning meat, whatever we want to use it for. This right here, and we got more of this to go, but this right here alone is a year's worth of venison bacon for Wanda and I. And when I say a year's worth of venison bacon, you have to understand, I have 4 pork bellies that I'm fixing to cure. And then we already have 20 pounds made already of patty sausage. And we are fixing to make a bunch of link sausage. So by the time you figure the variety in for our meals and our breakfasts in the morning, whether it's patty sausage, link sausage, venison bacon, pork bacon, patty, you know, all of it, there's actually over a year's worth. Because you're talking about 27 weeks right here of just this right here. And because when we eat breakfast, we don't just gorge. I mean, if you got a piece of bacon this wide right here, I mean, you look at that. One piece of bacon is usually what we'll eat with our breakfast in the morning. You know, I mean, I know there's people out there that probably eat that whole stack for breakfast in the morning, but Wanda and I, we're not that way. We don't just gorge in our food. We try to train ourselves to be as sustainable as we possibly can. But that's where we are, guys. I hope that you guys have enjoyed seeing this made. Wanda and I have sat down and talked about it this morning. How is it that we're 60-something years old and we have never heard of making venison bacon, you know, like this? I told her, I said, I've wasted a lot of deer in my lifetime. And I've killed a lot of deer, you know. Cutting up steaks and roasts and, you know, and lots of it don't get eat all the way. Or you go, man, this is so tough, I don't care about this. And you just have bad experiences after bad experience with stuff. Or, oh, this piece of meat is so gamey or whatever. Guys, let me tell you something. We ate this morning for breakfast. And this was smoked with pecan wood. Somebody's probably going to ask. We had a big giant limb break out of our pecan tree this summer, and I pushed it over to the side with a tractor. Well, I went up with the skill saw, battery-powered skill saw, and I get this, and the little old limbs on it about this big around, I cut them up into little pieces. I was just sitting there cutting them up so that when I pick up the big piece with the grapple, I won't have all them limbs hanging out there breaking off everywhere. I brought that down to the new smokehouse. 12 pieces of wood about this long, about that big around, in that big black kettle in that smokehouse that I just built. 4 hours it lasted with the coals and the smoke, and cooked this. I have never in my life been able to have a smokehouse designed that was that efficient that did a whole cooking of bacon with just 12 little old sticks of pecan wood. I'm gonna go on back up there with my saw and finish up this thing and stack it up down here in the dry. That one limb will probably last me through this whole, it'll last me probably till next year. You know, even next year's cooking if I'm lucky. Because I just got a sneaky suspicion now that I know this smokehouse works like it works. We can smoke turkeys, we can smoke hams, we can smoke bacon, we can smoke briskets.
We got some briskets that need
That
smoking.
deep freeze right there has got 4 briskets in it right now from cows we've had butchered. We ain't used them because we ain't figured out no way to cook them yet. Because I like smoked brisket. Well, that's about to come to an end.
We fixing to have some smoked brisket.
We're going to even have some smoked brisket. And I'm going to tell you what, when we do, we just might video it. I'm telling you guys, go watch that smokehouse video of this one on Pecan Grove. I thought the one at Deep South was the Elite Epic Smokehouse. This one here blows that one out of the water.
This is the Beyond Epic Smokehouse.
I never once did I dream of taking one of them big old black kettles and putting it down inside that smokehouse and building me a little bitty fire in it. Now, the way it's set up right now is not for cold smoking. We don't have cold enough weather in Deep South down here to cold smoke. So I'm having to hot smoke everything. And with that kettle in there, guys, I'm going to tell you what, that thing is fantastic. So continue to watch us here at Pecan Grove, and we'll continue to show you the processes that we do everything. One thing about the bacon I want to mention, we was kind of concerned because we had a few holes here where the protein extraction we thought wasn't just right. Well, come to find out, here's what it is. Here's the piece right here.
Put that back now.
I'll put it back, but I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not. If it's, you can see it glittering right there.
Yep.
That right there, it has gelatin in it. That gelatin is running out of it as we were cutting it. And you come right around here and you'll see what I'm talking about. Here's the bacon slicer. It's done slung it up on the wall. This is the gelatin coming out of them holes right there that's in that bacon. That's how much gelatin's in that stuff.
And it turned out amazing, though.
You know what it's like? It's just like Spam.
I know, spadam.
We're going to call this Spadam because it's made out of pig and it's made out of deer. So we'll just call it Spadam. And it is really good, guys. We're going to give y'all the recipe on this when you watch the video. So be careful. Now we're going to tweak. Let me say this.
You can use any type of meat.
Oh, you can use any kind of meat.
Chicken, turkey,
As a matter
pork,
of fact,
deer,
I got a
beef.
sneaky suspicion that in the future, I'm going to be making turkey bacon. I'm going to be making chicken bacon. I'm going to be making
Beef
cow
bacon.
beef bacon, whatever you want to call it. But one thing we did notice, now this is our first time with this particular recipe, and I did get it offline. I'm the kind of person that likes a little more salt. I like a little more sweet. So with this here, we used brown sugar and Wanda's maple syrup. The next batch we make, we will be still using the brown sugar, but we're going to be using the cane syrup that we make here at Deep South Homestead. And we're going to up the salt a little bit, and we're going to up the sugar and the syrup a little bit, because to us, we're looking for that little twinge of taste in there that we hint. It's a hint in this, but it's not to the level that we really want. So in the future, we'll be tweaking the ingredients just a little bit. So continue to watch us, and we're going to see if we can't get this down to what we call perfection here at Pecan Grove.
It's close.
It's close now, but y'all know me, I'm so OCD that I'm looking for perfection. All right, guys, it is 4:30 in the morning. This is day 2. We're going hunting this morning. We thought we'd try a piece of the venison bacon here this morning. There's Wanda actually cooked it, not me. I cooked the rest of it. We're trying to in a hurry here.
This was after we sliced it with a slicer. Really thin. Looks like bacon, don't it?
Yeah. It actually tastes like bacon this morning.
Because it's thin.
It's cooked thin.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't know it, would you?
You wouldn't know that wasn't real bacon right now. Wow. And it's got that good smoke ring around it. Look at it. Nice and red. Smoked with pecan wood.
That's pretty good, ain't
That's
it?
pretty good. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.